Hello, my name is Kevin Russell, and I am a project manager for the Department of Transportation. I typically manage LPA projects from their inception to final closeout during construction. LPA projects are locally managed by municipalities with DOT oversight. One of the questions I receive is how to deal with MS4 for local public agency projects. Here are 3 examples. The first one was a sidewalk project, which was an existing grass panel. The second one is a covered bridge rehab. And the third one is a bridge replacement project, which also had some intersection improvements. If you want to learn more about LPA projects and the program, you can go. So, local federal aid program is made up of $30 million per year. Yes, 30 million there is. And they're broken out into various categories, that funding. So we term one of the programs TAP, Transportation Alternative Program, just as it says. That could be like sidewalk and bike projects. We also have what we call CMAQ, Congestion Mitigation and Air Quality. That could be like Signal Interconnection Project. There's also what we call HSIP, Highway Safety Improvement Program, and that might be a roundabout. We also have MoBridge, which is those municipal off-system bridges. We have ER, the Emergency Relief Funds. We have earmarks and other federal aid. That's for like the Covered Bridge project. And no longer. So there are 5 management steps for MS4 and an LPA project. I'm first going to go over the steps, and then I'll go over an example. So there are 5 steps, but on my slide over here, there's 6, so we'll just skip the first step here. So step 1, prior to NEPA, determine if your project is located within an MS4 community. If no, you're complete. No additional steps. You're done. You're at the top. Prior to NEPA, step 2, determine if your project is located within the state's right-of-way, excluding the urban compact. For the state does own some of the urban compacts, but the towns maintain them or the municipalities maintain them. If no, stipulate in the NEPA document that the project shall be designed and constructed in local compliance with MS4 permit requirements. You're complete. No additional steps. You're done. Step 3 occurs in final design. You're going to prepare a technical memo and document compliance to Part 2.3.6 of the MS4 rules. Step 4, during the start of construction, provide the department a copy of that EPA construction general permit. And then step 5 is at the end of the construction phase. You're going to provide the department a set of as-built plans. We want a copy of those and a copy of the construction general permit. So now that you know all 5 steps, let's go over an example. Let's assume the LPA project is located in Hudson, New Hampshire. So your first step, prior to NEPA, determine if your project is located within an MS4 community. So you click on this website down here at the bottom, and the screen will pop up over here. You'll be able to zoom in and notice that your project is in an MS4 community. If it's not, and say it's up here in Berlin, then all you have to do is, in your NEPA document, stipulate that MS4 will be in compliance with your. So we're now at step 2. You're going to determine if the project is located within the state's right-of-way. The example is a box widening, new sidewalk, and the installation of a stormwater treatment area. So first we're going to determine where the right-of-way is, and this is the line in the sand. To the right of this line is the town right-of-way. On the left side of this line is going to be the state right-of-way. So why that's so important is because that's going to determine if you're going to move on to step 3. So in this example, we can see that a right turn lane is being added and it encroaches onto the state's right-of-way. Also, the 4-foot sidewalk transitions into the state's right-of-way, and the stormwater treatment area is being completely installed in the state's right-of-way. And the reason for that is downstream might be the Merrimack River. And you got to remember, these are waters of the United States. And so that was the purpose of some type of. Step 3, final design phase, right? This is where you're going to be preparing that technical memo documenting compliance to part 2.3.6 of the MS4 rules. So you definitely need somebody on staff that are familiar with those rules. So what are the rules? MS4 is all about operations. And what do I mean by operations? Operations is documenting the maintenance schedule and who is responsible for each of the drainage assets. We want you to explain the hydraulic analysis. So this is really that site runoff control measures used to minimize the water quality impacts due to increase in stormwater runoff from the project site, right? So here we are at the example, and let's, for example, say that there's a catch basin here, there's another one here, there's one here, and all the water flows to the stormwater treatment area. And so what we want to know is who's going to maintain all those. So we need to document that. So all these features, in particular, the ones in the state's right-of-way, potentially the town is going to maintain that. And they're going to tell us what type of maintenance schedule is needed so that we know when. Step number 4, start of construction. Provide the department a copy of the EPA Construction General Permit Authorization. So during that start of construction, you prepare the Construction Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan, what we call the SWIP. What you're doing is protecting those assets. You also prepare the Notice of Intent prior to disturbance of the land to EPA. We want you to submit a copy of the Construction General Permit to the New Hampshire Department of Bureau of. And finally, step number 5, end of construction. And the end of the requirements for MS4. You're going to provide the department a set of dated as-built plans and a notice of termination. In this case, maybe you added some additional stone in this location as shown in red. Maybe the catch basin had to shift slightly to the right. You then say as-built, you date it. So any questions?